All right. First and foremost, we would like to give all praise and glory unto
Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua Ba'ashem Rakakadash.
double honor to the apostles and elders here, mention rule well, teach well, being great examples to his younger brothers, and peace and blessings salutation to the hopeful lake out there pushing his word and truth and in sincerity across the four winds in the name of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, pushing to get up out of here. All right. This GMS Mississippi Camp. All right, we doing our monthly lesson, in the wilderness, man. All right, and dealing with the things that's going on when you look out to the planet Earth, and you see the title of the lesson is, all right, a lost generation. Because when you look at the majority of our people, they're too far gone, and now it makes sense why Yahweh Bashim Al-Shai is going to do what he's going to do to the masses of Israel. So we coming into a time of Jacob's trouble. And we see Esau Edom, his spirit is being turned up to be more straightforward, to be more direct, all right, to get straight to the point where that's Yahweh Bashim Al-Shai that turn the Esau up, and it's going to be for the 2/3 of our people, man. You got it?
And this is Matthew 4:1.
Yep.
Then was Yahushua led up of the spirit into the wilderness to be tempted of the devil.
Yep. And Yahushua was led into the wilderness to be tempted, you see? And we come to our hour of temptation, and Esau Edom is going to be one of the main things that Yahweh Bashim Al-Shai is going to use on the left-hand side, all right, to put trials and tribulation on Israel, man. But it's going to purify the elect, and it's going to devour, all right, the unwanted properties of Israel, all right, which is the 2/3, man, because they're too far gone. They have became less in value, man, to the point that they're useless, man. They're 10 and dross, that's the 2/3. And Yahweh Bashim Al-Shai is going to purge it away from the nation through these afflictions, man.
Period.
Yep.
I did Isaiah 1 and 3.
Yep.
The ox knows his owner.
Yep.
The ox knows his owner and asks him his crib.
Yep.
But Israel do not know. My people do not consider.
Yeah, and these are two animals, that are known for being stubborn, all right? And they're beasts, and men have a much more, all right, intellectual capacity than animals. So it shows you how far gone our people are that even animals recognize their owner, recognize where their house is. Like cattle can they can graze, for miles, but they know where to come back to. Or when they see their owner, there's a reverence that they have towards their owner, their master, But when it comes to our people, Israel, they don't even consider. You see, you tell Jake here, Israelite, Jake can shrug his shoulders, man. It's nothing to him. That's how far gone he is, because he don't understand the legacy that comes with it. Like we were discussing the other day, how we inherit immortality, but because of who we are, you see. But Jake doesn't even associate greatness, all right, with being the Israelite, man. You got one? Go ahead.
Hey, this is Matthew, Luke. No, you know what? Let me go to Luke 12 and 56.
Yep.
Ye hypocrites, ye can discern the face of the sky and of the earth, but how is it that ye do not discern this time?
Yeah, because our people have no spiritual discernment. When it comes to spiritual things, like what's happening in the earth is all spiritual, man. Because the Bible is centered around two nations, Jacob and Esau, and one represents, all right, the pinnacle of wickedness, and one represents the pinnacle of righteousness, man. And see, it's a clash, and what's happening is we have two ideologies that's finna clash in the earth. That's why you see the energy in the earth moving like it is. You see, you have the wicked, all right, trying to overthrow the righteous. But you have the righteous standing up in great boldness in the spirit of Yahweh Bashim Al-Shai. And you have all these things happening in the earth. And the nigga deepest conversation, all right, is a football game, man. There's nothing wrong with watching sports. Brother watch sports, probably discuss it, but that's not, all right, the focal point of our life, man. All right, we know it's something way much bigger than the outcome of a game, man.
Hey, just like the scripture say that a wicked woman hated a righteous, virtuous woman.
Yep.
The same way you can't compare the bridegroom of Yahushua is righteous, but the bridegroom of Satan is wicked.
Yep.
And Esau Edom.
Yep.
And he despises that light. He despises that virtue that the nation of Israel actually possesses.
Yep.
I got one.
I think you had one.
Y'all was holy, but you got it.
Well, he's manipulating the 12 tribes to be like him.
Yeah, yep.
See, throughout our time, you know, that's a good point you brought out, Elder Bud, young man. Esau, Edom, he's used all types of sorcery to make us a Frankenstein like him.
Yep.
To make us depart from our power, man.
Yep.
Because he envied that righteousness that we had.
Yep.
I got a quick precept. This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 8, verse 7. It says, "Yea, the stork in the heaven knoweth her appointed time.
Yep.
And the turtle and the crane and the swallow observe the time of their coming, but my people know not the judgment of the Lord."
Hey, that shows you like these all different birds. They know, and they spiritual enough to know when they see that storm coming. They know when to get out of that region for better, safety. They hide themselves.
Right.
2/3 of our people, they not spiritual enough. They're not measuring the times diligently in themselves. They see all these things, all this chaos going on throughout the whole world, and that they not saying to themselves, "Hey man, we might be in the last days. Something is divine happening here." You know, so those birds are more spiritual than 2/3 of our people. That's why they are likened unto brute beasts, man.
And that goes to show that goes to show you they lack the spirit. Because like you see the Most High every day magnifying himself in prophecy. But think about Balaam when he was riding the horse. Now the horse saw the angel. You know what I'm saying? But Balaam didn't even see it. You know what I'm saying? So from a spiritual standpoint, like the priest Chicago was saying, that hey, these animals are more spiritual than 2/3 of our people, man.
Because we're like that warning before the storm. You know, when the storm is come, you hear a little thunder in the back, you know what I'm saying? Then you start seeing the lightning, and then that storm comes. Yeah. And that's the men of the Lord going on the highways and byways doing videos. But people are not hearkening. They're not willing to take shelter. And that shelter is to repent and come back to the Heavenly Father. How about you outside?
And then in the country, what you know how them dogs to howl when they're bad weather was
They be under the house.
They're like the prophet. We howling and barking, man. Like this was coming. Because Esau, we got all these Hurricane Ida, Hurricane Larry, but hey, Hurricane Esau brewing up, man.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And that nigga category 6.
Yeah.
All right.
Right. Off the Richter scale.
That's right. That's right.
You know? You got
Well, the X had the
No,
accident on
no, yeah,
Kind of just going back to something that Elder Blunt had said.
this whole Isaiah.
We're going to how the nation of Israel, the nation of Edom, about to butt head.
Yep.
Proverbs chapter 29, verse 27. An unjust man is an abomination to the just, and he that is upright in the way is abomination to the wicked.
Yeah, so our life offends Esau Edom, you know, a righteous standard, because it goes against the philosophy of his kingdom. Remember, his kingdom is based on deception. You know, he needs Moab to think he's Chinese. He needs Ammon to think they're Japanese. All right, he needs a woman to believe that she's equal to a man or superior than a man. He needs men to think, all right, that they're supposed to be emotional, you know, and that's how his kingdom is ran. Because you look at it, everything is based off of philosophy. You look at the holidays, it goes back to what? Paganism. Right. All right. You look at marriage, like you say, marriage is like really a scam, but it's based on what? A man being emotional, making emotional decisions based on the woman. His whole society functions off of deceptions and philosophies of lies.
Yep.
So what we're coming with is the opposition of this man's kingdom, man.
Like I say something, the white scripture say, "Dust shalt thou eat all the days of thy life."
Yep.
You know, they confusion.
Yep.
That's why the Heavenly Father commanded us to rise ye from the dust.
Yep.
You know, meaning that realm of confusion. And that's why the veil has been lifted up and that understanding is being sprung throughout the entire planet Earth. You know, some receive it and some do not. Some see it, some do not. But that's all through the will and power of the Heavenly Father.
Right. And then you got
Yeah, point you want to make real
no,
quick?
I get out.
Okay, this is 2 Timothy chapter 4, starting verse 1.
Yep.
I charge thee therefore before Yahweh and the Lord Yahweh Shai Mashiach, who shall judge the quick and the dead at his appearing and his kingdom, preach the word, be instant in season and out of season, reprove, rebuke, exhort with all long suffering and doctrine.
Yeah.
For the
They say the quick and the dead, because the quick are the elect that's been quickened by the Spirit, and the dead are our people that's here that's still dead. See, you gotta look at Israel as the actual walking dead. Like a lot of Israelites that you see in the earth, they're the walking dead, man. You know, but you see, judgment finna come. You see, so we're in a time now where we're not emotionally attached to the masses of our people. That's why, you know, starting with our apostle, they always push the elect, the elect, the elect. You know, because pretty much the other Israelites that are outside the elect, the Most High not even gonna look at them as Israelites when we come back, man.
That's right.
You know?
Straight heat.
Yep.
Verse 3, for the time will come when they will not endure sound doctrine,
Yep.
but after their own lust shall they heap to themselves teaching, having itching ears, and they shall turn away their ears from the truth.
And that's the
And-
reason why they follow Nate,
Mm-hmm.
they follow Sakari,
Mm-hmm.
or IUIC, which is Nate, because basically they give them a form of liberty. You know, and through the spirit of Yahweh Hashem Al-Shah, Great Millstone has the standards of the Most High, and it's a lot more discipline. It's a lot more structure.
Hey, Great Millstone give you liberty in Yahweh Shah.
That's it.
But those other camps out there, they give you liberty in carnality.
Yeah.
They give you liberty in the world.
Yep.
And that's a
Keep-
big difference.
It's like you keep your dreads.
Yeah.
You get lined up.
Right.
You know, you got the big Hebrew weddings.
Yeah.
You know, all that,
Beetlejuice.
man. Yeah, yep, yep,
Stay in your arm.
yep,
You know what I'm saying? To
You know.
keep your job.
right, yeah,
Voting.
Yeah.
yeah. You can rap. You can drop an album.
Yeah.
You know.
Start a business with the truth.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
T-shirts and
Right.
sell album sales, clothing line.
And what the scripture said, you turn my father's house from a house of prayer to a house of
Merchandise.
merchandise, man.
Mm-hmm.
And shall be turned unto fables.
Yep. Turn into fable, which is false doctrine. So what's happening is you got a big separation, man. The elect, and then there's everyone else on earth. And then with Israel, our people that took cold-heartedly to this society, they are destroyed, man. Look at Lil Wayne. Look at Chris Brown. You know, yeah. Look
Soulja
at
Boy.
Westbrook.
Oh,
All right,
man.
Soldier Boy.
Yeah.
Look how through these people are, man.
Yeah.
You know, and that's an example of people too far gone. Lil Nas X. See, they too far gone. It ain't nothing you can do, man. They too far into it.
Right.
You got
Hey, since you said that, I get a quick
You
piece
got
up.
it.
Hey, get the trimmers, man. Yeah, get the trimmers that way.
And see, people be accepting these wicked acts of these individuals, man, being homosexuals, transgenders, you know, pushing this homosexuality, man. But when you go into, I think it's Book of Proverbs, I think it's 17:21 or 21:17, it speaks on how those who justify the wicked but condemns the righteous, man, they both are an abomination to Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, man.
Them is the just.
Gun.
And I had two precepts.
You want to do it on? Okay, go ahead, bro.
Jeremiah 2:33.
Right.
Why trimmest thou thy way to seek
2/3 of our
love?
people, they trim their ways to seek love. Love from who? Esau. All right, because Esau is the God of this world, the so-called God of this world.
God.
Go ahead, bro.
Therefore, hast thou also taught the wicked ones thy way.
Right, and when you go into that term, trimmers in the Hebrew, it means they do it to receive favor, success. So they sell out for success and favor, man. All right, and they use so-called people or so-called entertainers like Westbrook, and he pushed this agenda. Why? Because basically he has to maintain that lifestyle. All right, so if he gives up, you know what I'm saying, this agenda pushing, what happens? He's gonna lose the house, the cars, and things of that nature. But anyway, now he's so defiled and too far gone, it's implanted in him to do wicked anyway.
Yeah, it's the book of Jeremiah, chapter 9, verse 3. Jump down to verse 9. It says, and they bend their tongues like their bow for lies, but they are not valiant for the truth upon the earth.
Yep.
For they proceed from evil to evil, and they know not me, saith the Lord.
He said they proceed from evil to evil. You know, because when it comes to any type of righteousness, Jake has no zeal, man. When it comes to any type of righteousness, Jake has no zeal, man. But when it comes to vain shit, wicked shit, Jake get all the energy in the earth, man.
Well, there's
You know?
a quote from a philosopher that said, he that is serious in silly matters will be silly in serious matters.
Yeah,
You
yep.
know?
And that's the mind frame of Jake. You see, because a woman, she'll be serious about dressing up, you know, taking pictures and posing on Facebook, you know, trying to travel. All right, she be an expert at that. She got a big, you know, millions of followers based on how she's shaping and the outfits and things she wear. But then when it comes to, all right, raising up a household, all right, decorating the house, cleaning the house, you know, nourishing the family, all right, they have no ability.
Right.
But they have all this ability in vain shit, man.
That's right.
You know, like you had when my woman watching Kevin Samuels this morning, you had a goddamn a 32-year-old bus driver said she not selling for no man. What you mean? You a bus driver. What you selling for? Yeah.
We work for the city.
Yeah.
Say that. You be bad.
Yeah. If the school shut down, you through.
Oh,
All right? But that's the mind frame of that shows you how too far. When I heard that, I was like, what? But that shows you how gone, all right, the modern woman is. They too far gone. Like, you got the red pill movement, and they talk about all these things, you know, which it's good to get the, you know, watch the commentary where you can get a kind of a analysis. You know, you can get an analysis of how a woman thinks nowadays, you know, and you can, you know, maneuver accordingly. But the thing is, like, ain't no fixing that. They too far gone. Cause that's generation. You gotta think. This is like the third, fourth generation of feminism. Like, those women are too far gone. They through.
it's deeply rooted.
Yeah. So that's why the majority of the women in America gonna put to death.
And it fulfills prophecy.
Yep.
Because when you go to Deuteronomy, I think it's what, 28 and 54, it talks about how our women will actually lose their tenderness and delicateness. All right, that's talking about their feminine behavior, man.
Yep.
All right, so now they act more masculine and things of that nature.
Yep.
You know?
Jeremiah 9:9,
Yep.
shall I not visit them for these things, said the Lord? Shall not my soul be avenged on such a nation as this?
Yep. Such a nation as this.
Punishment.
All right, and this is a nation that's too far gone, man. All right, they gone, they out of there, man. You can chalk them out, man. The mass is gonna get put to death, man, because they've been separated from their power, and once he separated, now he was able, like you say, to Frankenstein.
Mhm.
Once he separated you from the standard, he was able to incorporate everything that he wanted to put in.
Yep.
So, like you said, it can start out gangster rap, then it went to trap. Now it's metro trap.
Yep.
You know, now it's just straight abomination. You know, because he was able to separate you, and then he was able to inject what he wanted, man. And we're seeing the end results. You see Kevin Gates, you know, look, Turk, you know, a nigga got hooks implanted into his head, and he hanging change from him, man. All right, nigga got a diamond implanted in his forehead, man. This is normal. Like, there's no uproar. This is just normal behavior, man.
Yeah.
Showing you that this is too far gone, man. It's too much. Get that real quick. Then we're gonna get that article. Yeah. You got to get it.
Micah chapter 2, verse 10.
Yep.
Arise ye and depart,
Yep.
for this is not your rest,
Yep.
because it is polluted.
Yep.
It shall destroy you even with a sore destruction.
Yeah, it's polluted in every way. All right, it's sexually polluted. It's morally polluted. It's spiritually polluted. It's polluted in every way you can think of, man. And so it will surely destroy you. Now, you look at these entertainers, which we got an article dealing with Jaheim, man. And this is just an example. But you see the people, those entertainers that had a big part in pushing Esau philosophy. Look at them now. Bill Cosby, R. Kelly. You see the results. You push this way so hard, you know. Now look at the results of it, man. Look how you turned out. You helped forward this man's wicked philosophy, and look how you turned out, man.
Play with the serpent and he ended
Yeah.
up biting him.
Yep. And this is Mr. Put That Woman First. Now let's see how his life is now. Go ahead.
Yeah, this from Essence.com, and the title says Jaheim arrested on multiple charges of animal cruelty. The R&B singer is accused of starving over a dozen dogs on his New Jersey property. R&B singer Jaheim, full name Jaheim Hoagland, is behind bars today on charges associated with the starvation and neglect of 15 dogs, resulting in the death of one dog thus far. Hoagland has been charged with third-degree animal cruelty and failure to provide necessary care to an animal after over a dozen animals were found in around his home in varying degrees of emaciation.
Yeah, because he gave all substance to the woman, and the dogs, you through. You see? But that shows you that what, man? These people that took on the philosophy of Esau Edom, now they're unstable. Like you were talking the other day, like the woman like you were saying, like, why would you teach your daughter that when you see how unstable you are? Why would you do that?
Like, you struggled all.
So why would you teach her to you the end result of unstableness and feminism? Why would you pass that shit on?
60, you 60 years old, you broken, you bitter,
Yeah.
but you finna make a reproduction of yourself.
Yeah. But this shows you that these people that take on to these ways become unstable, man. All right, and they just too far gone and lost. Okay.
Hey, this is Proverbs 12 and 10. A righteous man regard the life of his beast.
A righteous man regard the life of his beast, man. Hey, cause you gotta look at you gotta assess your lifestyle. Like, shit, if I'm barely eating, why would I bring in another? You know, or if you got a busy lifestyle, well, I ain't got time to deal with that. You know, and then you know his money low. That's a lot of money, $15.
Yeah,
you know,
a lot of money, man.
He look like a fucking crackhead.
Yeah, he ain't feeding himself. You know,
Well, breatharian.
yeah.
And it shows you how wicked this devil is, because I'm not condoning starving your animals and nothing, but you know what I'm saying. Look how many people are starving in America, and he don't give a damn about that.
No.
But he'll lock Jake ass up and throw away the key for not feeding his dogs and shit.
You got tent cities all throughout the states.
Ain't that malnutrition?
Yeah, that's malnourishment.
but look at it now. According to the Constitution, Jake is 3/5 of a man.
Right.
So therefore, animals' lives are more important than yours.
And Esau shows it in his actions.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Hey, but the tender mercies of the wicked are cruel.
Yeah, the tender mercies of the wicked are cruel. Hey, because even Esau, his form of mercy is cruel.
Yeah.
Even with the potion, that's supposed to be mercy, you know, for the plague. But then this man put nanotechnology in you. He's destroying your immune system. You know, he's trying to reconfigure your DNA. But that's supposed to be his mercy.
Right.
You know,
Right.
you better out just riding it out.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was looking into that word mass from Edinburgh Line, and it goes into a irregular shaped lump. And you know, you think about that word malignant, and you know, you have a person that has cancerous tumor, they have a malignant tumor. You go to the word malignant, goes into threatening to life. You think about it spiritually, that's how 2/3 of our people are. You know what I'm saying? Like, what purpose or what spiritual purpose do they serve in this life right now, man? Just a whole bunch of niggas all talking about, you know what I'm saying, messing over the next man, or, you know, trying to sleep with another man's wife, things of that sort. Anything just like degrade themselves as Israelites, you know? So it says, irregular shaped lump, body of unshaped, coherent matter, and it says pile crowd.
Shaped lump. Because like our people supposed to be shaken by the image of the Most High in the spirit as kings and priests. But now they're outside of that standard, and now they're thugs and you know what I'm saying, doctors and what else?
I said thug and diva.
Yeah, thugs and divas,
That's
man.
the dominant mindset.
That's right.
Cause you gonna see, I'm sorry, brother.
Oh, you got it.
You gonna see Eve with the spirit of diva,
Yeah.
the goddess diva.
That's right.
But then who she gonna be linked up with? Jake with the spirit of thuggy.
That's right.
You know,
That's right.
both of those two entities plaguing our, nation.
But they fear the image of Esau.
They fear
That's
the
who they fear.
Yeah.
It's the devil, man.
Hey, this Matthew 7:13. Enter ye in at the straight gate, for wide is the gate and broad is the way. So that's 2/3 of our people with that malignant type of mindset. You know what I'm saying?
And the gate is America.
The gate is America.
That broad gate. Hey, because when you go to ancient Rome during the time of Yahushua, you had roads that went through Rome. There was a lot of roads, and the wide roads that was mainly for the upper echelon to travel them roads. You know, it was lit. Like, there was the people that was on in Rome. You know, that party, Bacchus spirit.
Right.
You know, that's what them roads was for. But then you had those little small narrow roads where that was for the lowly, like the poor of Rome at the time. They would kind of be on those small little narrow back roads.
Potholes and shit
Yeah,
everywhere.
yep. So Yahushua, you know, pretty much this society is nothing but a broad gate, because it accepts everything except the righteousness. It accepts everything except righteousness. You can do anything. You can be a man / woman / child. You know, you can be everything. You know, yeah, you can marry a horse.
Turn into a tiger.
Yeah, a pansexual. Yeah.
You
know?
You got guys that literally did that. They got like surgery. They got the paws.
He got like a snake like that. He done had all his teeth taken down. He got fangs in and just like tattooed the scales all over his face and shit.
That's right.
But see, you go into the doctrine of Satanism, it's do what thou wilt.
Yeah.
So America is basically a place where Satan is saying, come as you are.
Yeah.
You know?
It's crazy. That's the slogan for
In
the
church.
Christian church. Come as you are. You know.
Yep, so it said, enter ye at the straight gate, for wide is the gate, and broad is the way. So you think about how following out multitudes to do evil, going to that word man. You know, what they follow after that psychological program, mass media. You know what I'm saying? Mainstream news. Everybody tuning in to that voice of the image of the beast, man. They always programming with the Satan's way, what route to go through. They'll go a spiritual way by, okay, just serve God. You know what I'm saying? Just believe in the Bible, things of that sort. Trust science. That's that mainstream news that they pushing out now.
And the word mass, it also goes
To death.
death.
That's right. That's right.
You know, which leads right here. That leadeth to destruction.
Yep.
And many there be which go in therein.
Yep.
Because straight is the gate and narrow is the way which lead unto life, and few there be that find it.
You know, like you were saying earlier, how GMS has that discipline structure. That's a narrow path.
Yeah.
You know, because a lot of things that's cut out.
Yeah.
You know, it's pretty much, no gimmicks. It's about the word. You know, even in our day to day, it's about living up to a standard, even in our day to day. So it's a constant path
Yeah.
that's going to lead to life, man. You know.
No, go ahead, brother.
Because a broad way, you know what I'm saying, you don't really have to be focused. You can stumble so far left, and you can stumble so far right. But when you got a narrow path, you got to be focused, man. Because if you fall out, what it say? Water on one side, fire on the other, man.
Life and death.
Life and death. So you got to be focused, man.
You gotta be circumspect.
You got to be
you know?
circumspect.
That's right, bro.
So 2/3 of our people going that broad way, they're gonna be caught lacking out here, man.
Yep.
They not watching, they're not observing the times. You know what I'm saying? Not going to the scriptures, they're not adhering to the prophets. So they're gonna be caught spiritually lacking, man.
Why I say, if it were possible, he shall deceive the very elect. Because what Esau gonna be doing in these latter days, man, it's gonna be so many enchantments. And we seeing it start off with the juice. But I mean, we'll say both the inward thought of every one of them in the heart is deep. So we don't know where it's gonna end, man. I mean, ultimately the MOTB.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah, that read down Isaiah.
At least Isaiah 3, Isaiah 1 and 3. The ox knows its owner, and the ass his master crib. But Israel do not know, our people do not consider. Verse 4, a sinful nation, our people laid with iniquity.
Yep.
A seed of evildoers, children that are corrupted.
Yep.
They have forsaken the Most High. They have provoked the Holy One of Israel to anger.
Yeah, so they forsaken Yahweh Shemel Shai. And it says the seed of evil doers. Like I said, that's all they gonna breed is more wicked niggas. All right, more thoughts. You see, that's all they gonna breed. Like what's gonna come out of a relationship of Jada Pickett and Will Smith? What the hell is Jay and Willow gonna produce?
But you see what Jaden is spewing out.
Yeah.
Did you see that interview? Oh my goodness. Jaden, the daughter, was pushing to her mother polyamory.
Yeah.
She was pushing to her mother, that look, polyamory, which she has multiple romantic relationships with men simultaneously.
Right.
So she was pushing this ideology is like, there's people out here that they feel the same way I feel, that I can have different men in my life.
Yep.
Like a queen. Yeah. So to answer your question, brother, to answer your question, Will and Jada produced a demon.
Yeah.
Jaden she forwarded the feminist movement.
Yep.
Because it's basically leading you into Satanism.
Yep. So what will Willow do?
Worse thing.
You know, what will come out of your boy Wade, Gabriel? What will come out of what would they produce? You see, that's how this generation got to go. Like, what's next after this, man? With our people, they done did all manner of wickedness, though.
But see, that's what we gotta. I'm gonna do the spirit. We keep harping on Satanism.
Yep.
Satanism is the rebellion against Yahweh Shemel Shai. And it all started with the rise of Esau, Edom during the Renaissance, right? Where they had the different enlightenment theories. That was the beginning of trusting in science, trusting in reason versus tradition, versus religion. But then it came to the feminist movement. All right, but around the same time of the feminist movement, you had LaVey, the modern Satanists, that basically pushed, look, we don't want to be oppressed under some guy. So what Esau never told you was these laws are conducive to life generation after generation after generation. But going after your own beastly nature, it's going to eventually produce death. It's a dead end.
Yep.
Right. And that shows you who the serpent truly was in the garden.
Yep.
Because he came with Eve with that same lifestyle, that same mannerism.
Yep. And you know what's heavy? Because the scripture said, who will pity a trauma that is bitten by a serpent? Eve was a trauma that was bitten by the serpent, right? And she's bitten now. That's why she's lonely and bitter. She's bitten by the serpent. But what's the nature of a serpent? It's enchanting. Any philosophy that's enchanting, that's a red flag. any animal in the wild that has loud, flamboyant colors, those are usually dead animals. The philosophies that Esau spew is enchanting, but the end result is death. But the laws of the Most High is not enchanting. It's more discipline. But the discipline is conducive to life.
That's right.
You know?
This is the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 16 and verse 64. Therefore hath the Lord exactly searched out all your works, and he will put you all to shame.
Yep. Hey, the Most High is finna put a lot of people to shame, man. You know? Because everyone has a mind frame like there's no consequences. People move like there ain't no consequences.
Right.
Like that picture of Westbrook, was you put that up there? I was going, yeah. It's like, you know, he doing these things like there's no consequence, like you just do anything. Yeah.
Like there's no end result. That's the point. They don't think about it. They just move in this world in a dead state of mind. Like you say, like no consequence. Like you can just go do anything and nothing's gonna happen, man. But that's that lack of understanding or that knowledge of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, man. Because the scriptures tell us how things are gonna be, man. Whether you do good or whether you do bad, man. The end result.
Hey, cause Jacob's building up a hell of a case against themselves, in their sayings and doings, and that's why Yahweh Shem Yahushua had social media come out. And now you got a record of your wickedness. Yeah, now you know now it's a timeline of your wickedness.
Yeah.
All right, July 8th. All right, 2019.
That's right.
4 o'clock.
Yeah, it's a timeline of your wickedness now, man.
You can roll back the tape.
Yeah.
Yeah, it says, therefore hath the Lord exactly searched out all your works, and he will put you all to shame.
That's when they're gonna find out that obey your thirst mentality, do as I will, all that shit that's going against your house by your shot. It's gonna be your shame in the time of Jacob's trouble, man.
Right. And check this out. This is like what you were just saying. It says, and when your sins are brought forth, ye shall be ashamed before men, and your own sins shall be your accusers in that day.
When it say those that trust in the shadow of Egypt should be your shame. You know.
Hey, because when Esau activate that curl activated, all right, that juice. Yeah.
Soul glow.
Yeah, we need the soul glow.
It's gonna be shaking just like old boy.
It's gonna be going for real, all right? Nigga looking like Black Lightning, all right? Nigga super stupid.
Out of there.
This is the worst time I ever trust this nigga. You know?
Right.
Yeah.
Deuteronomy chapter 32 and verse 32. For their vine is of the vine of Sodom and of the fields of Gomorrah.
Yep, their vine is the vine of Sodom and the fields of Gomorrah. And that's beautiful. So we're gonna keep reading on in Isaiah. Go ahead.
Their grapes are grapes of gall, their clusters are bitter.
Yeah, because you go into Sodom and Gomorrah, them Hamites, see, they was the first Satanists. You know, they were going to their sexual perversions to provoke, you know, the energy of Satan. That was Ham who was into that first, man. You know, even going back to Nimrod, all right, those Cushites, they was always into these things, and this is, all right, who Esau Edom has modeled, you know, his empire, his philosophy after, man.
Because that's what the vine is.
Yep.
It's funny that that's a term dealing with grapes.
Yep.
Your vine is the vine of Sodom.
Yep.
Now Proverbs 7 or 6, it goes into the whores like wine,
Yep.
the strange drink,
Yep.
the strong drink.
Yep.
All right, so the vine produces that drink, which is the philosophy.
That's
Yeah,
right.
But then some of you have brought before, your progeny or your and your forefathers, basically your root,
Yeah, your lineage.
your lineage.
Yep.
Because Wisdom of Solomon was at 12,
Yep.
but speaks about Canaan, how he was a cursed seed from the beginning. But it names everything that they was, you know, into basically Satanism.
Okay, so that even the 12 hour, I mean that 60-second minute comes from ancient Babylon arithmetic, man. Everything divided, you know, by 60. You know, you got 60 minutes in an hour, 60 seconds in a minute.
Yep.
That goes back to ancient Babylon arithmetic, man. You know, and this man has pretty much revamped that ancient, you know, them ancient Hamitic, all right, empires, man.
So if the vine is corrupt, then therefore the grape's gonna be corrupt.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Just like Yahweh Shah. Yahweh Shah classifying himself also as the vine.
True vine.
The true vine. When you go into that term vine, it's where we get that spiritual nourishment. So on the left hand side, look at the grapes, which are actually the people, the five. Because they're getting that spiritual nourishment on the left hand side from what? The philosophies of Sodom and Gomorrah.
Poison.
Poison. That girl is poison.
Yep.
Lady in the red dress.
Yep. Verse 33.
Yep.
Their wine is the poison of dragons and the cruel venom of asps.
Ooh, the poison of dragon. All right. Why I say dragon? It's serpent, man.
Right.
You know. Ooh. Going back to Revelation. All right.
But look at the power of the Most High. Now, that serpent was classified as a snake
Yep.
in Genesis, but then as time progressed, Revelation 12 chapter became a dragon.
Dragon.
Revelation 20, that old serpent.
Yeah, old
It would talk about the dragon, but it took it back to that old
Yeah.
The
serpent.
old serpent. It got some size on
That's
it.
what's
Yeah.
high on it.
And that serpent represents the ultimate knowledge of, just that level of knowledge.
Yep.
Man.
That's right.
Upper level. Hey, on Spartacus, they had an episode called, I think it was the Red Serpent. And they showed Spartacus, his wife Sarah told him that he was going to bow down to that red serpent. Later on throughout that show, he bowed down to that Roman government, man.
That's right.
Wow. That old serpent of the devil.
Because it all started out is a seed that was planted in Eve's ear. But that same seed that was planted in Eve's ear became the dominant philosophy on the planet Earth 2021.
Mhm.
Western thought, New Age theory, individualism, egoism, putting self first.
Yep.
All right, basically doing what you want to do.
Yeah.
All right, that was all rooted in the garden a lot. Where the serpent was talking to Eve. His seed grew into a damn.
Yep.
Yep.
Hey, because like I think we did a lesson not too long ago. What Adam versus the serpent?
Right.
Yep. Because when you look at it, like I said, the serpent done leveled up into a dragon,
Yeah,
and
man.
Adam done leveled up to Yahweh Shai.
Yeah.
You see? So it's an ancient conflict.
Yeah.
That's why Yahweh Shai said, "Who's that coming? All right, from Edom will die going from Babel." There's really Adam coming to deal with that serpent, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know. Isaiah. Yeah, because it's gonna link up with it. You finished yet?
That was it, bro.
Okay, yeah, because it's gonna link up with the Sodom and Gomorrah. You just brought it. Go ahead.
Hey, this verse 5.
Yep.
Why should you be strengthened any more?
Yep.
You will revolt more and more.
Yo, the worst, the hell. Jake brag about who got the worst hood.
That's right. Yeah. That's right.
You know,
That's right.
Jake brag about who the murder capital.
Yeah.
Or who got the strongest drugs.
Mm-hmm.
You know, yeah, we got that knockout. Nigga, this is death here, nigga. Yeah, it's that gas pack, nigga. You gonna die, nigga.
Hey, Shikot did a video. Hey, what's the name of your video, bro? You dealing with ARL? Yeah, basically he was self-snitching on himself.
Yeah.
He got 45 years. So I watched another video of ARL, and he said, see, I bring these killers in my house, you know what I'm saying, and I let them know that we are a danger to each other. You know what I'm saying? So look how wicked our people have become. They're revolt.
So it's like,
You know what I'm saying?
why should I even keep you in this condition? So really, the Most High is saying he had no other option but to kill Jake, man.
Yeah.
That's the only option left, cause he keep putting you in the harshest conditions, and these niggas go platinum.
Hey, them niggas
Yeah.
adapt to it.
Yeah, them niggas adapt to it. Go platinum.
Niggas
Goddamn.
niggas come millionaires out
Yeah.
here. Like, goddamn.
You don't get it.
Yeah.
I'm not
What they
getting
say?
it.
This a $1,000 block, nigga. You like, goddamn, you supposed to hate this shit.
And to kill them off is only right, man, because when a child was disorderly or disobedient to their parent, what they would do, they would go to the wise men, and they'll stone them to death. So if that was a protocol for being on earth in fleshly bodies, how much more Yahweh Shem outside, man?
That's how you get rid of that cancer within our nation.
Come,
You know what I'm saying?
And the parents would do it first.
Yeah.
He said the whole head is sick.
Yep.
The whole heart is faint.
From the Buddha to the tooth.
From Judah to Issachar, man. You know, it's through. Yep. Go ahead.
He said for the soul to the foot, even to the head, there's no sound in it.
Yep.
But the wound and the bruise are purifying
Yep.
sores that have not been closed, neither bound up, neither mortified
Mortified. Yep.
with ornament.
Yeah, so you gotta think in the spirit, like Jake is like a person that got just all type of open wounds. Like you can't patch it up, you can't stitch it up. You know, the best thing to put in the death. Like even in the military, if you injured to a certain, they like shit, put you out your what? Your misery.
Yeah.
You see? So really, how about Shem outside is gonna put Jake out their misery, man.
Like them ancient kings
Yep.
that fell upon their own sword,
Yep.
or men of war that fell upon their own swords that they had a grievous wound.
Yep.
And that's what ants do. If an ant is injured, you know what I'm saying, in the process of battling other colonies or bringing food in, if other ants try to take him back to the colony, he presses his weight down.
Yeah.
Because he's looking at himself being dead weight, he's going to
Yep.
die anyway.
Yep.
You know?
Like verse 7, your country is desolated. Your cities are burned with fire.
Yep.
Okay, so.
Your country is desolated.
Yep.
Your city is burnt with fire.
Yep.
Your land strangers devour it in your presence. And it is desolated as overthrown by strangers.
Go ahead.
And the daughters of Zion left as a cottage, in a vineyard, as a lodge in a garden of cucumbers, as a besieged city.
Go ahead.
Verse 9. Expect the Most High of hosts,
Except
the Most High of hosts,
Yep.
and had left us a small remnant,
unless the Lord left a remnant. Go ahead.
and we should have been we should have been as Solomon, and we have been like Gomorrah.
Yeah, so it wasn't for the remnant. Because you gotta look at it, going back to Elder Abba Bivens, because it's spiritual that the Most High, he brought that out during the end of the 60s. Because like you all get into, the 60s was a heavy satanic move that Esau made in the earth. Because he brought integration,
Yep.
you know, then he brought the feminist movement,
Yep.
you know. He pretty much brought Christianity, he promoted Christianity through Martin Luther King and promoted Islam through Malcolm X.
They began bringing the drugs in.
Yep,
Yep.
yep, yep, in Vietnam. You see, so if the Most High didn't raise up Abba Bivens, it was, you see, Esau came with it in the 60s, so the Most High had to raise Abba Bivens to what? To start the seed that will produce that remnant that we see today. Yeah,
Mustard seed.
because if you ain't had that remnant of today, all right, our people be Sodom and Gomorrah.
Straight up.
Yeah,
You know?
cause it was like groups who were around that time frame, but you know, Elder Abba Bivens, he vocalized Howard Shot.
Howard Shot.
So he pushed that vibration throughout the earth.
He attached to that true vine.
That's right. That's
You
right.
see?
That's right.
Yeah,
Y'all had cooking, please.
then we get the close.
Yeah,
We're
this
gonna
the
close
book.
the Acts 2 and 38.
Yeah, this is the book of Baruch, chapter 3, and verse 7. It says, "And for this cause thou hast put thy fear in our hearts, to the intent that we should call upon thy name and praise thee in our captivity.
Yep.
For we have called to mind all the iniquity of our forefathers that sinned before thee."
Yep. So we were put in this captivity, all right, for our pure minds to be stirred up, man.
Remember?
Yep. And then Yahweh Shai began to work. Like what you see today is Yahweh Shai constantly working on his elect, man, in these times. You know, this has been a grooming process, man. You know, that's why you even see there's a different energy on how brothers teach, man. Because now it's pretty much, you know, we're teaching more so to the elect. You know, it was a time where, all right, when Edomites walk by the camp, you change what you was teaching.
Yeah.
You know, point at that nigga. You know, lean on your tippy toes, talk to that nigga. You know, yeah. But now it's so much so that brothers just, you know, pretty much that we just speaking to the elect and building them up.
Because this is like the Most High's store,
Yep.
and the only people that come into the store are the ones that want to purchase the product that you that you have to offer them.
Right.
But the products that you have to offer is not for everybody. You know what I mean? Like nobody walks by Target, H&M clothing line if they're not looking for that type of clothing.
That's right.
You know,
It's a certain brand.
it's a certain brand, and this is a Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai's brand, and only the elect, only the righteous cometh into it.
Yeah, because the only thing we sell is Yahweh Shah.
That's it.
That's it. You know?
Because the people that watch us are regulars.
Yep.
Yeah.
They're regulars.
been
Yeah,
shopping.
they've been shopping here. We
They're
know them.
Repeat customers.
Repeat customers.
And they come here every day, B.
They come every loyal customers.
They love the product.
They love the product.
2/3 of our people, they dissatisfied.
Yep.
Y'all was complaining,
Yep.
Window shopping. and
Giving
shit.
bad reviews.
Yeah.
Why they ain't rapping yet?
Yeah.
This is 2nd Ezra chapter 15, verse 26. For the Lord Yahweh knoweth all them that sin against him, and therefore delivered he them unto death and destruction.
To death and destruction. A lot of people are being delivered up to Esau. Hey, that's why you see them people that lined up, you know, to take the potion. Well, the Most High put the spirit on them. He delivering them to Esau, man. Right. There ain't nothing we can do about it. No matter how close to kin they is, what type of, you know, history y'all got. If the Most High delivered them to Esau, it just is what it is, man.
And you know what's so crazy? Because the spirit really identified them as the jab.
Yep.
You know how many jabs you throw out
Yep.
in order to set up that knockout punch?
Yep.
So think about when it comes to basically, that's why you have to take boosters and boosters and boosters and boosters, because to get that perfect punch off, you gotta keep jabbing.
You got
gotta
weekend,
keep
you
jabbing.
got
That's
weekend.
a good
Yeah.
analogy. And like you said, if the Most High set them up to that, that's the Most High jabbing them, basically leading them that way to that setup.
Set up punch, man.
You think about that mushroom cloud shaped like a fist.
Damn.
Damn.
Yeah.
Finish them off.
Yeah.
I just want to look over the mind. Hey, Wisdom Solomon 3. Wisdom Solomon 3 and 13. Talking about Jalen. Their offspring is cursed, wherefore blesses the barren that is undefiled.
They said their offspring is cursed because what this generation is breeding is horrible. What's say Michigan women shall bring forth monsters.
Monsters, man.
What this generation is, what these women are bringing forth, you know,
Savages.
yeah, this over with. Yeah,
That's-
yeah,
Basically, they're demons incarnate.
yeah,
You know,
yeah. That's what they are. Like you say, demons incarnate.
yeah. You can incarnate a demon. That's what they are.
It said, wherefore blesses the barren that is undefiled,
Yep.
which have not known the sinful bed.
Yep.
She shall have fruit in the visitation of
Hey,
souls.
what you think about Revelation 14 and 4? Follow the Lamb. That's where we go with.
Right. Jump down to verse 16. As for the children of adulterers, they should not come to their perfection.
Yep.
And the seed of an unrighteous bed should be rooted out.
Yep. Hey, that's gonna be. Hey, you how about Shema outside? It's gonna root out that corrupt lineage. The Most High, see, when you understand Eastern, all right, judgment, to really uproot something, you gotta kill the whole line.
Yep.
They can't produce no more.
Yep.
Like our Game of Thrones.
Yep.
They were trying to kill the Targaryen. You know, Robert, he found out there was one Targaryen left on Earth, and he was sending hits at him, man. You know, he didn't get him, but that's how ancient judgment went forth. You would destroy whole lineages. You know,
Look at the story of Moses, the story of Yahweh Shai.
The Book of Judges.
The book of Judges.
Yeah.
And then you said something about completion.
It says, as for the children of adulterers, they should not come to their perfection.
So let's say if this game goes to like level 10, the Most High's only, he'll probably allow you to get to like 7, 8, or 9, but you're not going to get to level 10. 10 will be the completion.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Going to King David made that prayer.
Yeah.
That their tables become a snare.
That's right.
And it says, for though they live long, yet should they be nothing regarded. In their last
They
age,
become OGs. You know what I'm saying?
in their last age should be without honor.
They found a reincarnation.
Yep. You see Jaheim. That's without honor, man. That's a horrible story. That's a horrid ending. That's embarrassing, man. Bill Cosby, blind, being led, you know. That's, yeah. Juvenile. Max that thing up.
Yeah.
Yeah, horrible legacy, man.
Everybody hate that dude.
Yeah.
But Juvenile told y'all we ain't to be trusted. Straight up nigga.
Verse 18, or if they die quickly, they have no hope, neither comfort in the
Died
day.
at 15, 16, 17.
Yeah, dying quickly.
Dying quickly. 7 years old, 8 years old.
At
But you're a month on the block.
Yep, they have no hope, neither comfort in the day of trial. Jacob's trouble. Verse 19, for horrible is the end of the unrighteous generation.
Oh, unrighteous generation. And they here, man. They in full effect, man. They on front screen. That's why I say that's why you have your world stars. You can go live on Instagram, live on this, live TikTok. This is just putting that unrighteous generation on front screen, man. So we see it and we get it. You know, now we understand. Well, I see why the judgment is written like it's written because we see it, man. You know.
I wish the last person.
Yeah, I got it, bro. What you want, 38 or 39?
Sorry, 38.
Hey, this is Acts 2 and 38. Then Peter said unto them, repent and be baptized, every one of you, in the name of Yahweh Shah Mashiach, for the remission of sins, and ye shall receive the gift of the Holy Spirit.
And this is the message that we're pushing is repentance, man.
Right.
You know, because through repentance, obedience, that brings us close to our power. That way He can deal with it. You know, go ahead.
Hey, for the promise is unto you and to your children and to all that are afar off, even as many as the Lord our power shall call.
Yeah, so it shows that you have righteous lineages in Israel and you have wicked lineages, man. You know, and the Lord is dealing with that righteous lineage, all right, in the earth right now, man. Raising up the tabernacle of David through that righteous lineage, man.
How far off,
Yep.
scattered.
Yep.
All right, back into the scripture, verse 40. And with many other words did he testify and exhort,
Yep.
saying, save yourselves from this untoward generation.
Save yourselves yourselves from this untoward generation.
Everything I did.
Yep.
Save yourselves from this corrupt generation.
This corrupt generation, man. And they are too far gone, man. All right? Ain't no saving Eve. Ain't no trying to get her to be, you know, this housewife is over. All right?
Don't put them
Yeah,
first.
yeah, it's done. All right? Ain't no rehabilitating these niggas, man. You know? Let niggas think how they gonna think. Let Eve wild out. You know, let them have it, man.
Let the wicked be wicked
Yeah,
still.
the wicked be wicked still, man. You know?
Because the judgment is already the sin is already reached.
Yep.
See, that's what you don't understand. We not here in 2021 to save you. Let's play it out, trying to wake up our people.
Yeah.
Or you know, you had IUIC. I have to just bring up their name. They pulled me at the stoplight in Memphis. She's like, man, check out our pal. Just pull over and hear us teach. Light turn to green. That's over with, man. All right, we're not here to revert you back to your nationality anymore. We're waiting on the judgment now. The judgment has already been verbalized per se.
And that's why the light turned green, because it's saying move forward.
Wow.
Move forward.
Hey,
Yeah.
we moving on.
We moving
If
on.
the nigga
on,
can't
man.
get it, we moving on.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
You know,
You got it.
the ark is closed. All right, but hey, with that, we hope you brothers and sisters were edified. Once again, we want to give our honor and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Kakadash. Double honors to our elder apostles and elder bishops of the great millstone who rule well. Peace and blessing to the house of David the elect, Abba Ball, Kwame Yashala, Yahabash Mashah Brakathon.
Shalom.
Shalom, shalom.
The mosquito stop.
14, 144.